79, 79, love, 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 79, 79, love, 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 79, love, 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 79, love, 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 79, 79, 79, yeah, 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 ooh, ooh, ooh. Give yourself some love, huh? You can find me at Slex.me, Slex.period, and then M-E, you say, S-O-U-L-E-X, S-O-U-L-E-X, L-E-E-E, dot and period, and then me, M-E. Slex.me, yeah, you can find you can find me. Some other things, Slex.me. You know, I just want to say that I appreciate you. I appreciate you for who you are, and I appreciate the fact that you're here watching and listening to these videos. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I'll even appreciate it even more if you spread them and like them. Spread them and like them. Yep, 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 yep. Spread these videos. Share them. I mean, share them. Share them. Share them. Don't spread them. Share them. Share them and like them and subscribe and all this good stuff. Because the consciousness of these things, as I was saying, you know, in my other videos, is that, you know, this is much huger than people realize. You know, because I was talking about this in my other videos, is that the reason why I think there's so much hate in this world is because there's so much self-hate in this world. There's so much lack of approval for our own selves that that ends up being a reflection of what is being shown out in the world. I mean, everything is kind of a mirror. Everything's kind of a mirror. I was going through a very intense, I'd say it's pretty very intense. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty very intense. You know, I was going through some intense spiritual growth one time, and it had to do with, and I guess the only, a series maybe a series instead of a string, and it was a series of relationships that I went through with girls. And while I was going through this relationship, it was at a particular time in my life when I was going through some intense and spiritual growth. So it was causing me to pay attention a lot more, right? You know, I wasn't looking at everything as like a coincidence, huh? Nothing was a coincidence, huh? You know, in a lot of our lives, nothing is a coincidence either. But unfortunately, we're not paying attention to the aspect of the fact that nothing really is a coincidence, that life happens for us and not to us. Right. So I was really paying attention to this and what was happening and everything. And at the particular time that I was going through that, it was kind of interesting. I just went through this, the series of relationships with different girls and what it was showing me, because every time I would get into the relationship with this girl, then I'd be like, okay, what's the mirror going here? What's the reflection that's going on? What is it in her that's in me that, so really there's a bit of a wisdom wizard in that too, as far as that's concerned, that a lot of the things that we experience in life are nothing but a mirror of the things that are inside of us. Okay? I mean, you could really start to actually take that concept and start applying it to other areas in your life about the people that you're involved with and the people that you work with, the people that are in relationships. What's the mirror? What's the reflection that's going on in that person that maybe either you don't? What's the thing that in that person that you don't like is really nothing but a reflection of something that's in you that you don't like, right? Okay? Or what it is in that person that's of something that you like. Is a reflection of the thing that is in your life that you like about yourself. I mean, so it could kind of go both ways as far as that's concerned. But I think that's actually pretty fascinating if you could start to do that in your life too, and really start to take the mirror effect, take the mirror effect into your life. And start, you kind of freak out about it. You kind of know, freak about it. No, freak out about it. No, freak out. You know how to freak out about it. You know how to freak out. You can't freak out about it. But, just to be able to take that and start applying that. And, somewhere along the way, there's going to be some little light bulbs or whatever that can go, bing! And you'll start to see things, and then it'll be like, bing! Wow! And you'll start to do that kind of stuff and see it. And it really is... Yeah, there's opportunity for personal growth there. In a way, and you can't control. You can't control it and sit there and try to. Okay, well, I'm going to go introduce myself to this person and then find out what our reflection is. It's just start paying attention to the people that you hang out with and why you're hanging out with them and what it is that's going on there. Use the mirror. There's a reflection of something that's going on there that causes whatever it is that's happening, whether it's negative or positive. Because it kind of goes both ways. It kind of goes both ways. Goes both ways. So your thing that we're doing to ourselves, and what I was saying in the beginning just a few minutes ago, is the fact that why there's really so much hate in this world, because that's nothing but a mirror of a reflection of where we are in this world. The majority of most people out there, really. I mean, can you disagree with it? Can you say, no, he's not right? No, he's not right. Or you sit there and say, in the majority of the fact that most of the people with a common thread that goes through all these people is the sheer fact that people are critical of themselves. They don't take care of themselves, which is just nothing but a sign on the outside, or maybe a sign on the inside of lack of self-love and self-appreciation. And they don't value themselves. They're critical. They put themselves down. They torment. People are really good at tormenting themselves. People are good at hurting themselves. And some people even take it a bit further and even do things that really jeopardize their lives too. That all comes from a lack of self-love and a self-appreciation. And the mistake that's made along the way is the fact that we're looking to the outside world for all this kind of stuff. We're looking to the outside world for appreciation. When I'm talking about the outside world, I mean anything that's outside of you, whether it's directly in front of you, whether it's your family, whether it's your spouse, whether it's your friends, whether it's whatever it is, the outside world, the outside world, instead of being within. Because who's the person that can, who's a person that you can approve of the most? Think about that. Who is the person that you can approve of the most? Who's the person that you can approve of the most? You're not looking at him. Because you're looking at me, but no. That one that's sitting there watching this video, and that's you. That's you. Who can you value and appreciate more than anybody else in the world? Yourself, right? And who's that? More important? Who's more important than anybody else in the world? And this isn't a selfish thing to say. Who's more important than anybody else in the world? You. Because, and you want to know why? Because you're the only one that can really take care of yourself better than anybody else. I mean, there are obviously some instances and some situations out there where, people obviously need to be taken care of, physically because of whatever the challenges are or anything like that. But pretty much for the most part, the best person that can take care of you is you. The most person that best taking care of you is you, by encouraging yourself and approving of yourself. Because, on the flip side of this, and when we don't do this, what is the thing that we're most doing when we don't appreciate and love ourselves? We're sabotaging things in our life. Right? The negativity that we're putting inside of us, that from our own self-inflicted negativity that we're putting inside of us is sabotaging. It's sabotaging everything. It's sabotaging your relationships with people. It's sabotaging your ability to perform better at things. It's sabotaging your health. It's sabotaging your relationships with other people, work, spouse, whatever. It's sabotaging those things. It's making those things more difficult. It's making those things more difficult too. So the lack of this is, there again, there's another reflection of what's going on inside of you that's being reflected out of you. The same as there's so much hate in this world because that's a reflection of where most people are at. They really don't care or approve of themselves. So what do they do when they go out into the world? It's just nothing but a reflection that's going on. A reflection of what's making the TikTok in the people. What the reflection of what's making TikTok in the people. What's going on inside of you is what's happening on the outside. Oh, no, yup.